Good day, welcome. This is your Daily Med with Lady V. Today we look at Psalm 70. Psalm 70, verse 1 through 5. It says, "Please God, rescue me. Lord, hurry and help me. People are trying to kill me. Please disappoint them. Humiliate them. They want to hurt me. Make them run away in shame. Make those who make fun of me be too embarrassed to speak. But may those who come to you be happy and rejoice. May those who love being saved by you always be able to say, Praise God. I am only a poor, helpless man. God, please hurry to me. You are my helper and one who can save me. Lord, don't be too late." This psalm is a psalm of David. And if we go to Psalm 40, verse 13 through 17, we can see David repeating or making these same requests to God. So we see that he brings into remembrance, even in these 5 verses, 4 distinct things. He was asking God to help him and to help him quickly. In verse 1, we see him asking God in verse 2 and 3 to thoroughly punish his enemies. We see him in verse 4 saying, God, I will praise you continually. And in verse 5, he goes back again to appeal to God to help him quickly. So what is he saying? In verse 1, David urges the Lord to make haste to deliver him. He says, listen, defeat my enemies and my foes. This was a major concern to him at this moment. He is accusing them of trying to kill him, of taking pleasure in harming him. And in fact, they are jeering or mocking at his calamity. So in turn, he's saying, God, deal with them and deal with them thoroughly. Turn them back. Let them be confused. That they might be amazed or they might be startled and be ashamed of that which they are doing. But he also says in verse 4, he says, God, when you do this and you rescue me, this will be a result of great praise. It will result in great praise to you. Because it says, all those who seek the Lord will have an occasion to exalt his name, to magnify him, to adore him, to give him worship as the great God of their salvation. And in verse 5, he goes back to say again, God, remember me. I'm making a speedy, I need a speedy rescue, as it were. I'm destitute. Let this prayer come up to you. And we see at the end of the day, he was confident that God would have mercy upon him and that God would help him and that he would deliver him. Today, like David, we can make the request, but we have to be confident that the God who has worked for us in the past is the same God that is going to come through for us when we need him. Like David says, I need you now. I need you speedily. Do it in haste. And we see he made 10 requests of God. And as we say in verse 1, it was for quick help. So he says, make haste to deliver me. Make haste to help me. In verse 2 and 3, it was all about God punishing his enemy thoroughly. So he says, let them be ashamed and be confounded, those that seek to destroy me. Let them be turned backwards. Let them be put to confusion that desire my hurt. So we're saying, God, you have to do it for me. In verse 4, what did he say? He says, let those that seek you rejoice and be glad in you. Let those that seek your salvation, they will praise you continually. And again we say, lastly, he appealed to God one more time. Make haste to help me. Do not tarry. God, don't linger. Do it quickly. If you are like David today and have a request that needs God's urgent attention, like David, you can cry out to him, Lord, help me, and help me quickly. And if you have that faith in him and believe like David that because he has done it before, that he will do it again, then God will, out of his love, mercy, and compassion, hear your cry that is mingled with faith for help, and he will deliver. God bless you. Thank you again for watching, and may God bless the USA.